Quick message, guys. I realized something today. I became a mom before I ever became a woman. And I did things for my daughter that I never thought that I knew how to do or have the capability of doing those things. I raised her, I instilled in her, I became something more for her. I did it all. I did it for myself in order for myself to be better for my daughter. Because a lot of times we get it mixed up with saying, if it weren't for my kids, I wouldn't be this person. And that's understandable. However, a lot of people say, I do it for my kids. But you got to do it for you in order for your kids to benefit in a better way. Like a lot of times we be broke and still going. And we say we doing it for our kids. But while we broke, we have to fix ourselves in order for our kids to benefit at their highest from who we are as a person to them. Because when we broke. We can't really do nothing for our kids like we want to. We can pretend all day long, but your children feel the void. They feel the things that you're going through. So I like to pride myself on being an outstanding mom for 19 years. I got pregnant at 16. I stopped whatever it is that I was doing or had going on, and I was strictly a mom. I've been a mom ever since. I ain't skipped a beat. I've been here every step of the way. So when my daughter feel like she wanna be disrespectful or say, disrespectful things towards me, or not really be disrespectful towards me, be disrespectful towards herself. Go out here and do things that we taught her not to do. Go out here and do things that we tell her every day that's not the right thing to do. But in all actuality, your children do have to make mistakes to learn from them. However, keep instilling in your kids, keep pushing your children, keep showing up for your kids, keep supporting your kids, even when things seem to be tough. Because it's a lot of days where I was like, I'm just not. I'm not doing it again. And then next thing you know, I'm doing it again. Because in our actuality, I don't want my child to lack, and I don't want her to need for anything, but I want her to know that if she don't work hard for what she wants, she won't have it. It gets to the point in life where your parents say, no, if you can't do it for yourself, you won't have it. And it's not out of lack of love. It's actually an extension in love, because you need to know, if I drop dead today, you need to know how to go out there and make a way for yourself. And that's what I'm trying to instill in my daughter, and still been doing it. And she's 19 now, from yay high. My daughter was the only child, but I never gave her that only child syndrome. So I always made her work for what she wanted, from yay high. No, if you want something, you have chores to do. You get your chores done, you make your cash, and you could go do whatever you like to do since day one. Since she can start cleaning up, since she was able to start doing things. She had chores. She got paid for her chores. She did her chores. She got her money, and she did what she wanted to do with it. And from a young child, I always taught her independency. When you get a job, when she got a job, she never late for work. Still to this day, she ain't never been late for work, because I don't play that. That's just not who I am. If you got a job to go to, you get to your job 15, 20 minutes early if you can, but don't be late. If you got to get there right on time, don't be late. But my daughter be at work at 4 o'clock. I always drop her off 3:15, 3:20. And she be like, why are we here so early? Well, I'm dropping you off because I got to get back to work, and I'd rather for you to be early than late. Any day. Any day. So, I did what I had to do as a mom, and I'm still doing what I had to do as a mom. And I like to pat myself on the back as the mom that I became and the woman that I became raising my child. Because I raised my child while I was raising myself. My mom left me at an early age, 17 years old. So my daughter was 2 when she passed away. So when that happened, I had to stick up for myself. I had to speak for myself. I had to, figure it out by myself. I ain't have nobody to tell me, hey, it's going to be okay. I got your back. I'm going to stick by you, or whatever the case may be. And at one point, I'm not throwing nobody up under the bus, but when my mom passed away, she told my mother-in-law told my mom that she had me. She was going to be there for me. The day my mom passed away, she came to my mother-in-law after that. I think like a week or two, when my mom had a funeral. She came, she left, and after that, she turned her back completely on me. Literally, completely. It was like, what? It's like you was just waiting on that one. That was crazy. And from that point on, I never put my trust in nobody else, because if you could do somebody like that after they done just lost their parents at a vulnerable age like I were, then you don't really have a heart for nobody. So, I'm not knocking nobody down. I'm just speaking my truth. It is what it is. And through it all, I still remained respectful. I still showed up. I still was there. I still did what I had to do. And at this point in my life, I'm not willing to keep on giving my all and nobody's giving nothing in return. I'm just not willing to do that. But I just really brought this message to say that I've been a mom for 19 years. I did my best in every year. Every year I learned something new about my child. Every year I learned something new about me. Every year I had to make a change. Every year I had to, make a sacrifice for my child. A lot of times, well, I ain't gonna say sometimes back in then, it was sacrifices where I had to do this or do this, and I chose my child every time. So when you children get up to a certain age and you feel like you want to disrespect your mom or your parents, go back on your track record and see who was there for you, who had your back, and who made a way for you. Don't ever throw the people away that had your back. Don't ever throw the people away that showed you support, showed love for you, showed up for you, because them the main ones that you're going to need in the end. And how you treat them now will be a drawing board to how they treat you later when you need them. So make sure you're there for your parents like they was there for you. It goes both ways. When my mom took sick and got cancer and I had to bathe her, change her depends, roll her, get her up, take her out, still do for her, make her wigs, did everything in my power to make her still feel like she was alive on earth. I did it because she did it for me. And I hope the same that'll happen if something ever happened to me, that my daughter will step up and be here for her parents. But you never know. You never know how these children act or be, because a lot of times these children, they don't appreciate what they have in front of them until it's no longer here. Because I remember, another thing, I'm not knocking nobody for this, but when my sister passed away, one of my sisters, one of her daughters went and lived with her dad. And my sister made a statement to me that she just said she was tired. She wanted to go live with her dad or whatever. And then as soon as when her mom passed away, she didn't have nowhere to stay. She was living with her dad, but then she needed somewhere to stay because it didn't work out. But mama would have never done that. Never. So when you ran from mama when she got sick, probably, you probably couldn't handle it. I don't know. You was a young girl, but I was the same age as her when my mom passed away. However, everybody don't take things the same way, because my mom had all these children and nobody still stood up for me. Everybody was like, I can't watch her do that. I can't watch her go down like that. I can't watch her be like that. And I didn't want to watch her like that, but I'd be damned if I was going to leave her by herself when she was there for everybody and their mama. I'd be damned. So I said all that to say that I've been an outstanding and incredible mom, if you ask me. Even on my bad days, my daughter didn't see my bad days. When I showed up for my daughter, I showed up for her on who she was to me, not on how I felt about something different. So I commend all you moms out there that's still pushing, being there for your children, showing up for your children, because it's very important. It's very important. However, it's just equally important for your children, to show up for your parents when they need you as well. It's Kosha. Follow me for more.